We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender. It's all about the young police from Jamaica. See Young Police channel. Big up yourself. Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of.
If you are tired of seeing criminals get away with murder, tired of hearing excuses for the wicked, then it's time to take action. Hit that subscription button now and stay in the loop with the Jamaica Young Police channel. We are not here to sugarcoat. We are here to expose the truth, bring justice, and make sure the real heroes get the recognition they deserve. Don't wait for the change. Be the change. Subscribe, like, and let's make some noise and hold those criminals accountable. Justice in action. Speak up. Crime must fall. And remember that we have go inside this description box and you'll see various links to various things for the Jamaica Young Police channel. JamaicaYoungPoliceChannel.com, where you will see articles and stuff like that. Those who like to read, and we continue to give you guys exceptional material over here. So, moving on. Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon members. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yeah, so today I'll be talking about a policeman by the name of Collis, CHUCKY Brown. Don't know him, never worked with him, I worked with his father. And as I said before and I say again, his father was dunce like a bat. Yeah man, and him father, one thing with him father, him can't beg like him blind. And him father was a man who never have any shame, I can't tell you that straight up. But otherwise he was a good police officer. I used to work with him, but I cannot say anything bad about him, like saying bad man or anything like that. But the only thing I know about him was a man where him can't beg, me I tell you, trust me, and him not. When it come on to shame, me never said no police I can't beg like CHUCKY Brown, believe you me. Well, not even Rogers, where come from St. Elizabeth, were dead. Not even Rogers, he could have begged like him. Because I tell you, it's CHUCKY Brown in our class by himself. So, we're talking about the son now. He never have no business to be police because the man was dunce like a bat to him, worse than his father. Because he was the one that sent himself to prison. But guess what? His appeal came up and the judge reserved a judgment. I was reading and I went through the case file itself, and after reading through the case file, that's why you haven't seen me, I didn't do any work or anything like that. But I can tell you, based, the case background and the original conviction, I've seen where the judge the judge and the prosecution, you can't make your biasness, get the better of you. The rule of law, work like that. So I'm going to give you some case background on the original convictions. You can't try two cases together. You can't do that. Two different incidents, and there's so many. That's why I'm beat it. Them have to release him. If they don't release him, I'll go to privy council and them I'll let him go. But them should have just release him today. Today they judge him based on everything that has been submitted and about the case itself. Them should have just free him today. There's no use of reserving any judgment. None. Yeah, and a different way I defend CHUCKY because I'm a dummy. But it's just that he's the one who beat the case, or he might beat the case, and because the prosecution, yeah man, Terrence Williams and him, the labor, yeah man, Terrence Williams, labor right man, him father was a big belly labor right man and them thing there. And he was trying to get in the army, and because him failed, they made him fail the physical up by Devil's Run. Him couldn't say him hate soldier and police, because he didn't want to become soldier. You know, but he did have all the requisite, but physically he couldn't make it. I want him with it for the officer thing. One try you get it, you can't do over. I just saw it go. So he wanted, Terrence Williams wanted his father, asked his father to contact Siaga to Siaga break the roads, and Siaga said, no, you don't pass, you can't get to join. I just saw it go. So him have a belly where I carry for police and soldier from then. So Collis Chucky Brown, a farmer, police constable, was convicted in 2018 on multiple charges including 3 counts of murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and holding with intent. Chucky Brown, you know, was a big informer too. Big informer, him send himself a prison. Because if the man did do him rights, he would just keep him out shut. That's why he's the only one who's in prison. And I tell people all the while because I'm done. Because even criminal, even common criminal, no say no give caution statement. And him did it. Anyway, he was able to get him lawyer them for say him do it, give the statement and a duress inducement. But because him dumb, you know say the only time evident you can testify against yourself is in a caution statement. And that's what he did. And they recorded the caution statement. It's like you tell a man what black mean, him don't know the meaning of what the color black mean. That is what happened to Chucky Brown. Because him know to black is red. And that's how them do and trick him. And him just fall right in it and set himself in prison. Unnecessarily. Because Vibes Cartel show all that tea in him face and all them thing there. And man, the other prison for kill how much people, beat him up and all them thing there. And that's why I tell you, most of the people them, you know, none of them can't fight. You must can't fight. You understand? So, moving on. So Chucky Brown, he was linked to a Clarendon-based extrajudicial death squad, allegedly instructed and supported by the police high command. Him said that, you know. So the sentencing in January 2019 imposed a 51-year combined term before parole eligibility, 20 years for murder of Damai Gotti Dawkins, plus 8 years for conspiracy and 15 for wounding with intent. And he received 2 additional life sentences for the 2012 double murder of Dwayne Douglas and Andrew Ferran, each with 31 years before parole, all served consecutively in blocks, but currently within each block. Normally, criminal not get the consecutive sentence, but Chucky Brown get it by police, because I'm supposed to know better. So the grounds for appeal. This is our research and thing. Brown is challenging both his conviction and sentence on multiple legal grounds, arguing that the 51-year sentence was manifestly excessive, alleging trial errors such as refusal to conduct separate trials for the separate murder incidents, contesting the dismissal of his no-case submission, objecting to the trial court's acceptance of question and answer document allegedly obtained under inducement rather than through the proper procedure. So they must say, in Jamaica, for somebody to give a caution statement, they must supposed to have them lawyer there or them JP, but through my police now, them try to wiggle around the thing, and the lie them use it said because them treat him as criminal where somebody have rights as a Jamaican. So we don't see why them reserve a judgment. Them should have just free him today. Well, I said that because we believe in a rule of law. Not because through my dummy and them thing there. And he was a political activist. Because all the people that him kill was labor. But we don't like criminal. So he must killing people for skin down. Skin down tell the soup, tell them who them want to kill, and him just kill them. That's how it go. You understand? That's how it go. You can't get, any fool can shoot people, you know. But I wear them right. And him did out there do all kind of thing, and him blow off the lid upon what was happening. A murder rate was going down in a Clarendon. One man, because them take away him gun and all kind of thing. Him going some little stupidity, and them take away him gun. You just school and wait till they get it back now. Him run gun, you understand what I'm saying? You know if you keep him out lock. So Chucky Brown's attorney asserted that the charges were unrelated and should have been tried independently, and that admitted evidence lacked credibility due to coercion. So the appeal status as of August 5th, The Appeal Court of Jamaica has officially reserved judgment in Brown's case, meaning deliberations are complete, but the court has not yet issued a ruling on whether to overturn his conviction or reduce his sentence. If they reduce his sentence, that's an injustice. We have said that straight up. And a different way I defend Chucky Brown, we defend the rule of law. Justice, not because he's a dummy and them make mistake and them thing, you know, and that's how it go. When it comes down to the law, the court system, everything, you know, every high supposed to that and every T supposed to cross, they never do that. So the reserve of judgment indicates the court is still reviewing the case carefully and will deliver a written decision at a later date. No decision is supposed to be written at a later date. Then for free, based on what I read, you can't try two separate cases together. I never see that happen. The significance and broader implications. The case highlights a troubling instance where a law enforcement officer was convicted for leading an alleged state-linked death squad, a profound breach of public trust. Brown's admission during trial that he was recruited for his disposition and use specialized weapons and vehicles, seemingly with tacit institutional backing, underscores systemic concerns within the Jamaica Constabulary Force itself. Judge Vivian Harris, during sentences, criticized the killings as acts as extreme moral turpitude, reaffirming that high murder rates cannot justify vigilante-style justice by officer. Well, boy, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. I just saw it go. You know, I don't know how them come up with that one there, but Chucky Brown mash up everything, you know, because it was working well, you know, for the police force in Jamaica. You know, man, just a dead left, right and center, and them don't know, oh, them on go, but Chucky Brown and him the leak. So, remember, so I give some key facts. Conviction is murder, 3 counts, conspiracy, wounding, related to the alleged police death squad in Clarendon. Sentence combined 51 years before parole eligibility and appeal grounds, separate trials requests, excessive sentencing, inadmissible evidence, and denial of no case submission. That was a big error on the judge's part. Them should have thrown the case them not supposed to try together. I don't know which part of them judge or how them, me I don't know liar or anything like that, but me know that as a police officer, so you can't submit 2 cases together. But hey, it was in the count that prosecute him, so them sink him, but eventually them have to let him go. And when Chucky Brown come out, Chucky Brown him a go big and retard and because criminal love him, you know, PMP criminal them love him, you know. Because I treat him a shatter, yeah. I don't, you know, real dummy police still do it, but you understand, just give him a gun and they shoot anybody. They still even shoot them. Yeah, you know, me not call the police name still, because you did have one police that did around me and them thing there. Him and a police again, and you know, him could have be him did all charge all murder them thing there. Shoot man in a one dancer, right with a M16, right in a man for the man tell him about him mother. And everybody they think him gonna go to prison and him beat it. Yeah man, and I only take him go, I tell you, when me rate him still, you know, my boy. Yeah man, I tell you, my boy, man, you know, I just saw it go. So but at least him could have right, you know. But him right now him mad out, you know. I see him police used to him mad out, and 2 of them used to run me mad out, you know. Boy, may I tell you, I just saw it go still. Him and one named Buggy Mule, you know, mad. You know, and everybody can't really manage certain things. So once the Court of Appeal issues its written judgment, it will clarify whether the conviction and our sentences are upheld, modified, or overturned. Nothing to beat, just overturn. We are telling that. If successful, Brown's legal team may seek release, retrial, or resentencing depending on the nature of the ruling. Alternatively, an unfavorable decision could lead to a final appeal to the Privy Council, Jamaica's highest appellate court for criminal matters. Brown's appeal underscores critical questions. Can a system complicit in unlawful extrajudicial violence hold its own member accountable? Is it fair and just to lump distinct criminal incidents together during trial? No. Should life sentences imposed on law enforcement officers be reviewed more rigorously for proportionality? This is a landmark case with profound implications for policing, justice and governance in Jamaica. So I'll monitor for the judgment once released. And I'll give you guys update and break down the final ruling. So the case of Constable Collis Chucky Brown sits at the intersection of law, morality and state's responsibility to its citizens. While the charges against him are grave, there are compelling reasons why a fair and impartial court examine the evidence strictly through the lens of justice would be compelled to exonerate him. First, procedure irregularities during his original trial cannot be ignored. Brown's legal team has argued that the charges for separate incidents were improperly combined into a single trial. This is a clear violation of natural justice, as it allowed the jury to be unfairly swayed by unrelated allegations, painting Brown as guilty by association rather than by factual evidence for each individual case. The Court of Appeal has an obligation to address this error, and failing to do so would amount to condoning a breach of fundamental legal principle. Second, the evidence against Brown is stated. The controversial question and answer documents allegedly obtained under inducement or coercion call into question the integrity of the prosecution's case. Under both Jamaican law and international human rights standards, evidence extracted through improper means is inadmissible. The reason why Chucky Brown case, why them, because him a police, so him supposed to know better. Him supposed to know him rights, but him himself are just dummy, so him know his rights. Cause him wanna know, say if you give a statement of all of the people that involved in this so-called death squad thing, he might only want to go to prison because is him testify against him oneself. Them play him video recording when him attack and I call name or who tell him to do all them thing there. So Chucky Brown a big informer. Him don't know, him don't know about esprit de corps. Him go out there and go on all kind of foolishness with him gun and run and I try forget back him gun. And him figure say I labor them in a deal and them want forget, and at the time the labor right them then it was Dirty Terrence Williams. I mean, we don't go say nothing nice about him. Terrence Williams are like police. Remember, Terrence Williams, them man cause all the murder rate for explode. And a good thing, so give Andrew Wallace props. Andrew Wallace fire him ass. I mean, send him straight. Give him pink slips. I got out of here. Andrew Wallace get rid of them and see crime right now. I mean, no say the Labour Party, him maybe a member, but him can't them now put him up there for run for nothing. Cause Andrew Wallace then a criminality thing. I just saw it, so give enough love to Andrew Wallace. Chucky Brown go walk. No other way. So if the court were to uphold a conviction based on coerced or improperly obtained evidence, it would set a dangerous precedent, eroding public trust in the justice system. Third, the context of his action, though not an absolute defense, must be considered. Brown was operating in a high crime environment where the state itself was accused of tacitly encouraging extreme measures to combat rampant violence. The fact that he openly admits to receiving instruction, vehicles and weapons suggests institutional complicity. To punish Brown alone while ignoring the systemic forces at play would be to scapegoat one man for a problem much larger than himself. Justice cannot be selective, it must be balanced and complete. But he's the one, or him end up a prison, him give caution statement. Not knowing say him give caution statement, him think a testimony him give against the other police them, dummy. Fourth, the sentence imposed was manifestly excessive. A combine of 51 years before parole eligibility without proper consideration of mitigating factors was disproportionate. Sentence must serve justice, not vengeance. The Court of Appeal is duty bound to correct sentences that shock the conscience or deviate from established principles of proportionality. Finally, the principle of fairness demands exoneration. If the trial is tainted by improper joinder of charges, inadmissible evidence, and prosecutorial overreach, then the only just outcome is to overturn the conviction. Anything less would not be a miscarriage of justice for Jack Brown, but would undermine the credibility of Jamaican judicial system in the eyes of both its citizens and international community. Therefore, the Court of Appeal has one just part, to take complete exoneration. Any other ruling in the face of these glaring errors and violation of due process would not only perpetuate injustice, but would confirm that the rule of law in Jamaica is subject to political expediency rather than truth. Justice is blind to politics and public pressure. It must rule on facts and fairness alone. For these reasons, Brown's exoneration is not merely likely, it is the only outcome consistent with justice. Anything else would stain the integrity of the courts and constitute a grave miscarriage of justice. I'm going to tell you, say, Chucky Brown must walk. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel, out.